Good afternoon, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. So I've got a Tony's and Caputo's haul for you guys for today. My dad was able to, he said that there wasn't, I think, 3 or 4 things that were on the list that I had sent that he wasn't able to get, that they were out of. It wasn't anything that was too huge, but again, there were a couple things that they were out of. So I'll share with you guys everything he was able to pick up, and I'll share with you guys the other deals that were still going on but we weren't able to get. And then also too at Caputo's as well, we just picked up some produce things. It was under $10 there. And then at Tony's it was under 60 bucks, but we stocked up and got a bunch of stuff. So this morning though, me and Jack ended up, well, not this morning, it was more afternoon, but only slightly after I kind of woke up because I didn't wake up real early this morning. We ended up going outside to the freezer and ended up reorganizing everything. And although I love the way everything's organized out there, we did not do any much better to add space to what is out there, because I think I was telling you guys in yesterday's vlog, the way I tried to reorganize our chest freezer is by putting a lot of stuff in like those big Aldi freezer bags. We had, I think, 4 of them, plus a couple of the other smaller Aldi just like plastic kind of reusable bags. We use our like fabric reusable grocery bags when we go to the grocery store, and so I don't really use those ones from Aldi anyway. So again, I was thinking, okay, well, let's use this. That's awesome. We can use, again, these big freezer ones. But the problem is that there's space still like around the bags that I'm not utilizing, because I don't have a lot of loose stuff that I can just kind of throw in the sides of there. So I might try and maybe just take some of the stuff out of those bags and kind of reorganize them, like throw the stuff kind of more on the sides, but just so that I have them, because I have the 3 bags, the 3 big freezer bags that I have organized up by like freezer dinners. I have probably close to over 50 freezer dinners that are out there, plus I've also got just like other frozen stuff like frozen pizzas, which I didn't even count into that actual like meat frozen, like frozen meat freezer dinners that I have out there. I have over 50 of them, which is super awesome. So I ended up making the I ended up splitting them up by like variety. So like chicken ones were in this one. The older ones though, that were like from, they were probably 6 months or older, those are the ones I want to try and use up sooner. So I have those in a different bag so that they're easier to get to. So when I'm like, okay, I need this thing out of there, it's just, again, they're in an easier spot to kind of get to than the older ones. But I still, or the newer ones, but I might still use some of those ones so that, again, I just kind of know where everything's organized. It's really helpful, but like I said, we didn't really do much to get more space that's out there. So we got a couple freezer things, which is why they had really good deal on chicken nuggets and pizzas. So I was like, I really want to get these, but I have no room in the freezer. So we ended up going through that. We ended up throwing out a handful of things that had freezer burn on them, and just again 2 were probably well past the time that they were supposed to be out there for. So again, there was a handful of things that we ended up getting rid of, not a whole ton of stuff, but again, too, even getting rid of that, I was like, okay, this should make more room in the freezer, and it really didn't make too much room. So again, we have enough for the stuff that's in here, but not as much as, again, I thought we were kind of clearing out. And the reorganizing I thought was going to make more room, and it didn't. We kind of lost a little bit more space doing it that way. So the only thing I think I want to do is use the smaller though Aldi bags, the cheaper ones that are like the just plastic ones, and use those to organize the stuff, because I feel like those would probably do better, because like the bags are just so big that, again, too, like they don't like there's, like I said, lost space kind of around them. Whereas if I use smaller ones, there probably would be less lost space because of it, just because of being able to kind of mold them a little bit more into the chest freezer. So like I was saying, I think that's what I might do. So we might pick some of those up at Aldi, and they're only like, I think, no more than $1 each. So I think honestly they're like 15 cents or something like that. So I'm probably gonna get like a bunch of those and use them instead of the big freezer bags that we have. So I ended up, again, going through that. We went through all that, plus I made a list of all the freezer dinners that are out there, so I know what we have that I can use to make stuff. I also set up my list for this week for our like meal plan, so that, again, too, since I know what's out there, I can actually make that again instead of just being like, let's just go out to the freezer and see what's up on the top, which was always the newer stuff and not the older stuff. So that's why I didn't know what I could use up, or what I still had out there. So now that I have a list, it makes it a little bit better for that as well. Then on top of that too, I went to go and set my planner up for this week because I was like, okay, well now that I got my meal plan done, I was like, I'm feeling really inspired to just kind of, you know, keep going with like making a list and, you know, just like set up my planner, like that kind of stuff. I realized I hadn't used my planner for probably the last like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. It like ended at the end of June. So I ordered a new one for Amazon that should be here on Monday. So I won't have it for like the start of the week, and normally I try and set my planner up like either at the end of the week or the weekend to like start the following week. So it won't be here till Monday. So again, I'll have to, you know, have to do that on Monday, but I didn't even realize that it ran out, like it went through June and then July didn't, you know, it wasn't in July. So like I said, I had to replace that, but I got a new one of those that, like I said, is coming. But yeah, so I don't have that done because I want to try it again too. It's like once one thing I feel like in the house like gets reorganized or something like that, it's a little less stress on, I don't want to say less stress, but it's just, it helps me be more organized. So again too, it inspires me to then get my planner made, do, you know, again, all this other kind of stuff, because one less thing about what do I make for dinner tonight because I don't know what's out in the freezer, like it's one less thing I have to think about. I just have a list and can make it, like I said, it's more convenient for me. It makes other things a little bit easier to then tackle bigger projects or just tackle weekly projects and stuff like that. And it doesn't make, I have to set up my planner and set up the meal plan for the week and I don't know what the meal plan is, you know, because I don't know what we have, and you know, again, that kind of stuff. It just makes it a little bit easier when we do have, you know, like things get a little organized. So let me share with you guys though the grocery hauls for today. All right, so let me share with you guys Tony's first. So that was everything over here. This is the dehydrator. We were dehydrating the herbs, so that's why that stuff's sitting there. But this is everything from Tony's on the table here. All of these items ended up costing us only $58.52, so it was under 60 bucks, which again I think is pretty good for everything we ended up picking up. And again too, a good portion of freezer stuff. We got some meats, you know, like I said, that kind of stuff for this week. And again, I have 50 freezer dinners outside, so meat is not something that I'm overly concerned about needing right now for, you know, you know, making freezer dinners. And again too, when they do have sales, when they have chicken breast for 99 cents, I go ahead and buy 10 pounds of it and then make freezer dinners with it to freeze it so that we can have it on hand when I need it. And I don't have to buy meat every single week. I don't have to buy it when it's not on sale. So again too, that's just, you know, again, we didn't get much in the way of that this week other than kind of the bacon, and I can do like BLTs with that. We can just do it for breakfast or do a breakfast for dinner kind of thing, like that kind of stuff. And then the chicken nuggets, those are more just like snack stuff, like again, because Jack's home for the summer right now, he's eating lunches here. He needs, you know, again, like more convenient kind of single person kind of food stuff. So normally that's the kind of stuff we don't like, oh, we'll make a bag of chicken nuggets for dinner or something like that. That's more just like kind of, I don't want to say snack stuff, but kind of more like lunch kind of things. So anyways, like I said, we were under 60 bucks though for all of this, and we ended up saving $76.45, which is awesome because that's over a 50% savings, which is really, like I said, really awesome. So the things off the top of my head I know he didn't end up picking up because they didn't have were the Chobani Flip yogurts, the 4-packs. Those were on sale for $2.99, I think it was, with a digital coupon. They were a limit of 2, I think, or maybe you had to buy 2, but they were a limit of 2, so they didn't have any more of those left, he said. So you didn't get those. Also too, they had the Arizona teas, were $5 for 10 or 50 cents each, which is an awesome price, but I really only drink the Arnold Palmers, and he said they were out of those. Even if they had like 5 of them and he would have picked up 5 of them, I would have said go ahead and pick up another 5, you know, again, whatever other kinds, because I think maybe Matthew likes them possibly too. But like I said, they didn't have any of them left, so I was just like, don't bother getting them. You know, like we'll just, you know, again, pass on that for this week. But you had to buy 10 to get them at that $5 price with the coupon. And then they also had the Kemp's half-gallon milk was on sale for $1.49. It was a limit of 2 as well with the coupon, and he said that they only have 1 variety I think left, which wasn't one of the ones we used. We'll either use whole milk 2% or sometimes skim milk. I think they had 1%, which is not something we normally have. So out of the 4 varieties, they had the one that we probably wouldn't have, you know, used. Had they had the whole milk, that's what I use a lot of times for mac and cheese. Normally 2% is what we drink, but my mom uses 1% a lot of times times for her coffee. So again, had they had that, I would have said go ahead and pick up any of the other kinds, but they only had the 1%, which is again normally not what we use for really anything. So I mean, again too, it's not a huge great big deal, but again, they didn't have it, so he just didn't pick it up. And then I thought he said there was one other thing, but again, I can't remember off the top of my head what they had. I want to say originally he said that they didn't have the chicken nuggets, but then he found them. So other than that, like I said, I'm not sure if there was something else that they were out of. That they didn't end up having. And I think too, he was having trouble finding, this was the Friday freebie, this Haagen-Dazs yogurt, which is kind of cool. It's a little like Haagen-Dazs refrigerated yogurt, but I think even too, because you can add, you know, put yogurt in the freezer and do like frozen yogurt, this would kind of be an interesting little thing to have that way as well if you wanted to. But that was free. I think it was like $1.67 just regular price, but then it was free with the Friday freebie coupon, so we got that for free. They also had these Breakstone cottage cheese 4-packs. They were only $1.49, which I thought was a pretty good price with the digital coupon. It was a limit of 1. My mom really likes little individual, you know, cottage cheese cups. They also had the brownberry bread. That was $2.49 with the digital coupon. You had to buy 2 to get them at that price, and they were like a limit of 2. But you know, $5 for 2 loaves is pretty good, because I think I tell you guys a lot of times, it has it normally stamped on here somewhere. They retail at $5.29. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see that, but right there it says $5.29. So I got 2 loaves for less than what one of them normally cost, which I think is a good deal. And then Jewel has theirs on sale this week. They also have them for $2.99. So I think we'll pick up another, just like the regular, because I think they have like the white loaf, you know, or like country loaf, which is like their white bread. We might pick those up as well at Jewel this week. Then they had the Tyson chicken nuggets. Those were on sale for $3.99, which is $4 for 2-pound package, and this one was a little bit smaller than 2 pounds. I think this is 32 ounces. This was like 25 ounces, but it was a different kind. But that really for chicken nuggets is, I think, a fairly good deal, especially for Tyson brand. And again too, like I was saying, just the convenience food right now for the summer, because Jack's home, works out, you know, again, it ends up making that for a really good deal. They also had bacon, which was $1.99. Now the last time they had the sale on bacon for $1.99, they were out, so we went ahead and picked up 5 or 4 of these. They were a limit of 4 with the digital coupon as well. It was the Kentucky Legend like bacon, and again too, $1.99. Awesome price for bacon. That's cheaper than Aldi's price. I think Aldi's price is at least $3 or more, depending on the brand that you get, and this is for a full pound package. Again, really good deal. And then they had the Jack's pizzas. My dad said they only had half pepperoni, half cheese, and just regular pepperoni was left, but these were $5 for 3, or like $1.67 each, which again too, normally I don't see Jack's pizzas for under about $2, so that was a good deal. And these are my mom's absolute favorite pizzas. I like the home run-in pizzas, which are normally a little bit more money. Jack's pizzas are normally a little bit cheaper, but my mom loves these. So I thought again too, I would go ahead and pick up 6 of them, because they were $5 for 3, and they were a limit of 6 with the digital coupon again. So we went ahead and kind of again stocked up on those, just because I haven't seen a really good deal specifically on this brand in very long. So again, went ahead and, like I said, freezer has been somewhat cleared out, because I knew I was going to need some room for those. So we picked that up. They also had the Tony's 32 count water, which again is bigger than the 24 pack that's normally traditional size water. So 32 bottles, which is like, you know, 8 bonus bottles. These were only $9.99 for 3, making them $3.33 each, which again, even at Aldi right now, their packs of 24 I think are $3.50 or somewhat over $3, somewhere around there. So again, I thought getting almost the same price as at Aldi for a bigger package, I thought was still a really good deal. And again, you had to buy 3 with the digital coupon at that price, so you can't, like, you know, again get 2, you have to buy 3 of them, but you do have to use that digital coupon as well. And again, they were a limit of 3. Then they had the avocados, the 5 count avocados. These were on sale for $1.99 with the digital coupon as well. That's a really good price for 5 avocados. They were again a limit of 2 packages, so we got 10 avocados for $4 bucks. Again, I think that's a really good price because a lot of times avocados are at least like right around between 50 to like 75 cents. Like the cheapest I've seen them right now recently has been about like 75 or 70, you know, something cents. So again, I thought that was still a really good deal. They also had just regular produce sale was corn that was on sale, $1 for 3 or like 33 cents per ear. And then they also had the Fuji apples and a couple of other varieties of apples as well, which were on sale for 99 cents a pound. And for what we picked up, it looks like we ended up paying for a little under 3 pounds, $2.77. And then lastly, they also had just deli meats and cheeses for this week that we picked up. Regular Polish ham was $4.99 a pound, got about a pound for $4.94. And then the American Tony's American cheese was also $4.99 a pound. We got about a half pound for $2.42. So again, two overall really good deals. Like I said, there was a couple things that they were out of, but still not, again, not too bad of deals for those things that we were able to get. And like I was saying too, it's always good to go ahead and stock up. Like again, did I need to get the 6 pizzas right now? No, but again, if I don't see a sale on frozen pizzas for a while, at least I know I have some out in the freezer. And the same thing too with the bacon. I can freeze bacon, you know, so because I know there was one package that was out there, but it was like, it looked like it had freezer burn, so that was one of the things that I had to toss. So I know I have no bacon out in the freezer right now. I can leave a package or 2 in here and freeze 2 packages of it. So again, really good deals as far as Tony's goes this week. Again, I had originally said with everything that we planned on getting, it was probably going to be about 80 bucks, but still we came in under 60 bucks for, again, not getting those couple things that, again, they were out of, which again I still thought was a really good deal for everything. Even 80 bucks for those other things that we were planning on getting, I still thought was a really good deal. So anyways, let me share with you guys real quick what we got at Caputo's. Over here at Caputo's, we just picked up a couple produce things. This ended up only costing $9.82 and saved $7.78. So again, almost a 50% savings on produce is really good. Normally, you're not going to see that great of sale on produce. Like at Tony's and Caputo's, normally their produce prices are pretty somewhat cheap anyway, so they don't normally like retail them super high. Like Jewel's price, like in out of season price for like, again, cherries is something like $8 a pound. It's something crazy like that. So then when you see the savings, you're like, wow, I saved a lot of money. But when they're in season, sometimes again too, you'll see that, you know, savings reflected really high. But like at Tony's and Caputo's, they're even out of season price, and that might not be that high. And sometimes too, they don't even carry it out of season, so that's why they might not even have it. Too, even close to a 50% savings with just produce items is really good. So what they had was the like beefsteak tomatoes were 89 cents a pound. We got 2 for a little over a pound at $1.14. And then the green bell peppers and red bell peppers were both 99 cents a pound. For both of them, we got 2 each, which were a little under a pound for both of them. The green were 94 cents and the red were 88 cents. Then organic grape tomatoes, these were $1.50 per package. We picked up 2 for $3. And then also too, the same with the organic romaine hearts. Those were also $3 for 2 or $1.50 each for a 3-pack, which is again a really good price. And again, we probably won't eat all of the romaine right now. We'll use some of it for our salads, but also too, I figured for the guinea pigs, because I don't know if I'm going to get them any other greens for this week. Like, you know, I didn't see any sales or anything like that really. So what I might do is use 2 of the organic romaine hearts for our salad for this week, and a head of iceberg lettuce, because my mom likes iceberg lettuce more than romaine. And then the other 4 of them we'll probably use for the guinea pigs for this week, because they get their greens normally like once a day. So that should work out pretty well. And then lastly, they also had the cucumber that was only 69 cents for the seedless single cucumber. So again too, I normally add that to salad for the week, plus the tomatoes, so we'll do that. Plus we're also going to do hamburgers on Sunday, because I have my meal plan set out for this week. And my mom's not feeling that great this like right now, so I said, do you want me to cook for this, you know, Saturday and Sunday, that which is days that she normally cooks, only because again too, I want to do some of the frozen pizzas we already have out in the freezer on Saturday. And then I found a package of hamburgers that were a little bit older, and I was like, let's use these up, because I didn't even know they were out there. So that's what we're going to do then on Sunday, and grill with and use the corn for that as well. So again, I kind of planned my meal plan a little bit around some of the produce stuff that I also knew we were getting. frying, or again too, like when I know we're getting like buns and, you know, stuff like that, then I will use that and make, again, like brats or hamburgers or hot dogs, like, you know, again, whatever it is, so we can use up some of our buns that we have, or, you know, if I get a sale on them. And again too, corn I want to try and grill, so we can use that up, like I said, those kind of things. So anyways, really good deals. Again, some of the stuff even too was organic produce. I'm getting that from Caputo's, but overall really good deals at both stores for this week. So I'm gonna get this stuff put away, but again too, I thought I'd just share with you guys those deals that were going on at both stores for this week. Well guys, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed, but we had some crazy weather again today. I knew it would think it, I checked the weather because again I was making my meal plan, so I was trying to check to see the day was a little bit cooler. Monday's supposed to be a little bit cooler. It's not supposed to get into the 80s, so a little bit cooler, but I was gonna do like a soup that day. So I saw that, but I saw that I think tomorrow and on Sunday or something like that, we were supposed to get rain. So I was like, okay, like I'm anticipating rain. I think there was like a slight chance possibly of some rain today as well, but for the most part it was like sunny up until the end of the day. I noticed it's starting to get kind of cloudy. Then we found out that there was like Jack was like, oh, it looks like it's lightning outside. And again too, I didn't really realize that it was like, you know, gonna thunderstorm. It ended up, we ended up with a tornado warning. So there was actually, I guess, a touchdown tornado from what I heard. I don't know how true it is. Not too far away from us. Like I think kind of the town over from us, or like one town over from us. There was apparently a tornado there, which I did hear though the other day when there was also tornado like warning. It was for our county, but not for like our town. And that was because again too, there was a tornado that was like the town over from us, but it was like way further, and you know, again, the one part of that was like way even further away from us, of that, the city next to us. And so, like I said, for us though, it didn't, you know, like it wasn't close enough that we weren't even under a tornado warning. Then we were tonight, and it was really, really bad, windy and that kind of stuff. However, the power ended up going out. It was like flickering on and off and stuff like that, and we were all sitting in the hallway. And we brought the dogs in there and everything like that, and so the lights had kind of been flickering on and off just a little bit, and it like flickered enough where our cable like ended up going out, like the internet and our cable boxes and stuff like that, because that's like all connected. So like if our internet goes down, like the cable boxes go off, and so we knew for sure that that happened. But weird enough, the other night, for no reason, there was no thunderstorm, there was no like wind, nothing like that, our like internet went out for like, it just like again, not even the lights, the internet just like went out. And I was like watching TV, and I was like, oh, and I checked on my phone and it said it was connected to like cellular data, not like the Wi-Fi anymore. So I was like, oh, it must not just be like the cable went out, it was like the whole internet went out. Randomly like the other day. So then, like I said though, that happened at first, which it seems like whenever like the lights flicker and stuff like that, like even too, again, it didn't even flicker bad enough that like our alarm clocks, you know, they ended up like going out or anything like that, but like the cable did and the internet went down. So that happened at first tonight, and then after that, it was like maybe like 10 minutes later, then the lights like did it again, and then my mom's like, oh please no, because this was kind of worse, where like they were like off for like a couple, like a second or two, and then all of a sudden we heard the transformer go. And because I think it's right behind our house, the transformer, so like you can definitely hear it when it goes out. And so like I said, we ended up without power for probably only about a half an hour. Thankfully, because so many times when we lose power in the summer, it's down for days. And so, and the thing that stinks is that it always seems like it's our block or our neighborhood, like our side of the street, because the neighbors across the street from us are on like a different, you know, power grid or whatever, different, like, you know, transformer or whatever it is. And they always seem to have power when we lose power. So, because like I was looking, and unless multiple neighbors have backup generators. Their like lights were still on across the street, but ours were out. So like I said though, it didn't even last for probably about half an hour, but we were under a tornado warning for about 45 minutes. So again, it was pretty crazy. The winds got pretty bad. I didn't really see if there was any like real damage to the backyard or anything like that, but we were watching on the Ring like cam in the backyard for a while, up until even before we lost like the internet, but we ended up just not, you know, like from what I could see, when it seemed like it got pretty bad outside, like the rain and the wind and stuff like that, everything still seemed okay. And then again too, like everything, like I said, it seems like the house is still standing, but you know, I know the winds were really bad, but as far as like a tornado, we didn't get one in our immediate area. So anyways though, I might have a Target haul for you guys tomorrow. I don't know. I kind of want to go, like, just because the Target Circle sales that are going on right now, there was like at least a good deal on K-cups that I really wanted to do, and a couple of other things that I saw. I was like, oh, that'd be really good, you know, a good deal. But we might try and go tomorrow. We're supposed to be having a different contractor come over to look at the upstairs. He's supposed to be coming over tomorrow to check like upstairs and kind of give us again estimates and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, he's coming over, like I said, tomorrow morning, and then if after that potentially we can go to Target, but we also have to finish getting the insulation up, and then after that we're kind of just waiting on what the contractor has to do at that point. So anyways though, I'll let you guys know about what's going on tomorrow in tomorrow's vlog. But if you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.